Scandal. We'll talk about Tottenham, shall we?
Let's talk
Go on,
about
then.
Tottenham, shall we? Yeah.
So Aston Villa 0, Tottenham 2 after their Europa League exit, which was humiliating. Let's be honest, like
Very
you
funny.
know 3-0 in the second leg, and then getting this win, it's a good win for them. It puts them still in touching distance of top four. So
Uh-huh.
they're still in that race. I think the two goals though were fairly fortunate, weren't they? I mean that penalty is like in particular. I just
Oh yeah, that's
yeah
ridiculous.
mm,
I'm sorry, I just had to say that because you
yeah
brought it up. But
yeah. It is ridiculous.
ridiculous.
Like well we'll go. The first goal was Villa's mistake, wasn't it? Like Martinez passing it out and Tottenham capitalised and it was
Yeah.
a tap in. So that
Oh
was
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
their own mistake. And then yeah,
That
we
was
might
very poor.
yeah definitely. And the penalty wasn't even a penalty in my opinion. It was
No, it's not.
no.
Joe, did you see it?
Yeah, hang on. I did see it. I'm just
Hmm.
watching it again, though. I need to watch it again.
Yeah, Josh. Like what? Like I don't understand
Yeah.
how can a referee look at that and go?
Yeah.
And in VAR as well. How
Yeah.
can they look at that and go? Well, yeah, seems legit to me.
Exactly.
Like what?
Yeah, if they
I'm
review it as
sorry.
well, yeah. It was literally like a little step over, wasn't it? Not even that, maybe, from Kane. It was like he missed the ball. I think he did intend to, but like he missed
I
the
think
ball and then he went
yeah.
down. And I don't know if there
That's
was
the
even
thing.
a touch.
I think you're right. I think he intended to miss the ball. Like he saw the defender come sliding in, and he's like F the ball. I'm going to the defender so I can get touched, so I can fall down.
Mm.
Like what is that? How
Yeah.
can that be given as a penalty?
Mm.
He's left the ball.
Again,
He doesn't even.
what?
The ball's about to roll out the pitch. He's
Yeah,
just
but
completely run past it.
Mm.
That
What?
goes back to what Josh has always been saying. The players are getting more clever. And they're getting more,
I mean-
they're...
Yeah, but like to me, Josh, I get what you're saying, Joe. Like players are getting more clever, but this to me just looks so ridiculous. I just don't
Yeah.
understand. Like, how can you say, "Oh, this is really like" when you've got a VAR system? I don't understand how they can miss something like this. It's not about being clever. It's just about people not understanding what's actually going on. Like, how can they look at that and just go, "Well, it's clearly a penalty because Kane just left the ball and ran into him." Like,
Yeah.
it actually no, it just annoys me. It really annoys me because it's just so obvious to me that not only is it not a penalty, but that Kane intentionally left the ball so he could run into a position where he would get lightly tapped
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was,
yeah.
just so
yeah.
he could win a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, my gosh.
The defender's not even actually. Here's the thing, yeah. The defender's
Yeah.
not even making a tackle. He's actually what he's doing is he's making a like he's assessing the situation and he's thinking, right, Kane. I think I'm gonna risk it and just assume that Kane's gonna have a cross.
Run it out.
So I'm gonna try and block. No, I'm gonna try and block the cross, the potential
Yeah.
cross. And what he's by risking it, I mean like he's like, right, he could skill me up here.
Yeah.
Because I'm throwing myself to try and just block the space. He's not tackling Kane. He's just blocking the space.
I know. Yeah, he is.
For,
He's
for a
blocking.
potential cross.
Yeah, he's blocking the cross that he thinks Kane's going to put into the box.
Yeah. It's
And,
he's not trying to tackle him. He's nowhere near him.
No.
He's just trying to block a cross. And Kane's just obviously seen him like come to ground and he just runs into him and then sort of leaves a foot there. Gets lightly, and it is lightly tapped, by the way, very lightly tapped. It's like the hair of the defender touched Kane's like
It's
sock,
yeah.
and it's just
He obviously he's sliding, isn't he? He's got momentum, and that's where the touch comes in because the defender's sliding and touches Kane's, I think, right boot, right shin, and it's the reaction from Kane as well. Like when he goes down, like as you say, literally a hair of a touch, and he goes down like he's just broken his knee or something. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
and he hasn't.
God.
And then he goes up
then-
and take a penalty, of course.
yeah.
yeah, no. All right, penalty to Tottenham, and then you got Kane screaming, and he hears the whistle, looks up, sees the ref pointing to the spot, and he's up immediately. Yeah, I'm fine. You're like, gotta take the penalty, gotta get that football. You know.
I mean, yeah, this is probably.
But you got, every striker is pretty much do that though these days, isn't it? You know.
I think so, but Kane's definitely had a bit of a reputation for doing it this season, hasn't he?
Kane has just been an absolute. I'm gonna say he's been an absolute knobhead. He's been an absolute knobhead.
You ruined it. You're a knobhead.
He's been a knobhead. All right, seriously, yeah. How many times have we seen him literally injuring players? Like, he sees someone jumping up for the head of the ball, so he just runs into them, turns his back, so he basically trips them over in the air, so they will land. They could land on their back when they fall down. You've seen how many times he's done stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Where he's not even challenging.
Occasions, but yeah, I get what you mean.
No, man, I'm pretty sure someone has probably made a compilation on YouTube of Kane doing that.
I'm gonna search for that.
And he
more like an Arsenal fan, yeah.
All he does is just he runs around fouling people. That's really all he's doing. And you know what? Did I send a picture in the chat about the Arsenal game? What he did? I'm sure I did. I might not.
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Oh no, I didn't. All right, no, I didn't. Okay, hold on. Let me send this.
Why do you think he's been more like that this season then, guys? Because he never used to have that in his game. Honestly, did he?
Because he realizes that Tottenham are shit. Okay? And so he has to do something else to try and help them win games.
I was thinking
this is just what he does. Yeah. Do you see this picture? This is just what he does. The ball's gone, and
I reckon
he hasn't even tried to get the ball.
If they don't win the League Cup, I think Harry Kane's got to go. He's got to go.
Yeah.
He gets away with really bad challenges. And the reason why you're like, you've probably seen more than me, because no one talks about it. You got no pundits talking about it because why? Because he's like England's like star player. You don't want to criticise him.
I think you're right, Skunda, with what you said about maybe he does realise now, that after so long trying to play a fair game and being the wonderful fair striker that he was for Tottenham, but getting nowhere, like he now realises that maybe you have to play, you have to foul, you have to play dirty to win things. Like it's just it's implemented in the game, and Harry Kane has definitely added to that this season. Like changed his game in that way.
Yeah, trying to be too more aggressive.
I don't think we actually talked about this incident, by the way. Do you remember not too long ago when Foden should have had a penalty, but he got up and tried and played on, they didn't score. The VAR reviewed it, and they didn't give it as a penalty.
Yeah.
Did you see that? So I will just say, like, whilst I'm not trying to defend what Kane did here, because he didn't get fouled and he didn't stay on the ground. He literally just walked into it on purpose. But it doesn't help that things like these sort of dives and all these sort of things are happening and exaggerations.
Yeah.
When referees can't even give penalties when they see what happens to Foden, when he gets fouled, completely fouled, but then he gets up and plays on.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just ridiculous to me. That's just telling players to keep diving, to keep exaggerating,
it is, isn't it? Yeah,
and keep doing all of that.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But that shows a lot of professionalism from Foden, though.
Yeah, definitely. But
but here's the thing. But the thing is, we can praise Foden all we want, and don't get me wrong, he might be genuinely a player that likes to do that. But Man City, especially in the league, they're so far ahead of everyone that it's sort of like they can sort of do these little things like to try and play fairly now. And most other teams, they can't afford to do that. They can't take those risks.
Actually, yeah.
They can't take those risks. Can you imagine if Foden was in like Chelsea or Arsenal's position or something when we need to win a game? You need to secure fourth place or something.
Yeah.
And then Foden does something like that and doesn't get the penalty, and you lose the game or something.
Yeah. No, I do
It's
agree.
a different story then.
This is that just exemplifies it with Harry Kane going to ground with a slight touch from the defender's momentum, and acting like he's out for the rest of the season. Like that exemplifies exactly what you're saying. Yeah, like you have to go down to convince the referee.
Wow.
I don't think it's right. I think they should have checked that Foden challenge, and I think it definitely should have been given a penalty. They should have been like, right, okay, he was fouled. Even though he didn't fall down, he was fouled. That's a penalty. But, yeah, it's just the way it is.
But they could have... What I don't understand is it's like so obviously a penalty. It's not like is it a penalty? Like, it's so obviously a penalty.
Yeah.
The only reason I think they didn't give it is because he stood up.
Yeah.
It's because he got up. And that's the problem, because that was their chance, and they might not get this again, like, for a while. They might, but I don't think they will. But that was their chance to, like, literally show every football club that, hey, if you get fouled in the box and you play on, and it is definitely a foul, and we see it with VAR, we will give it as a penalty.
Yeah.
And that way, what that does, it actually helps out referees, puts the pressure off them from making a poor decision, because players are more inclined. It won't be straight away, but they'll be a bit more inclined to, well, maybe we can play a bit more fairly, actually.
I think referees...
But now it's just like, no, can't do that.
I think referees should start playing advantage, like not just for free kicks and stuff, but for penalties as well. Like if a player goes down and stays up like Foden did, give an advantage. Like, and if the ball wait till the ball goes out of play. If City score, then they score, so there's no reason to give the penalty. But if they miss, then go back to that foul and give the penalty. Like, why don't they do that?
I'm not sure.
They should give advantages in the box, in the penalty box.
They're quite trigger happy with the whistle.
Yeah. When
the foul happens in the box. I mean, I kind of get it, because I've refed before, and I've done that.
Trigger happy.
Yeah, but I mean, like they're so quick to blow the whistle when it's like a penalty, and
that was a foul.
Always like,
Sorry, I'm watching something else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I guess it's because you get, especially when it's like a penalty. I know they don't have the crowd there now, but you still have the players like screaming, like when it's in the box. When it's a free kick, not all players are screaming for it, but when it's like a potential penalty, you can bet all the players on that one team are screaming for it. So there is that pressure in that sense, but they should. You're right. They should wait. They should just wait. Like, let it play on a little bit. Just try and remember what happened, and then make a decision in a second or two.
Yeah. In a way, like not going with this incident in particular, but in a way, I do feel quite sorry for Harry Kane, because he is such a great player, and he's scored like such great goals in his career. And plus,
what are you talking about?
No, I do, because he's England's number one. He's such a quality striker. He's one of the last. He's one of the last old-fashioned strikers we still have in today's game. But he's been playing for a side who are nearly there. Who have got nearly there season after season.
But he's one of them. He deserves
to win something, Scunda. You can't deny that. He's a player who's good enough to win something.
He's a player that deserves to win something. And
he's been in cup finals. He was in the Champions League final. Yeah. And they only lost 1-0. You're telling me he can't score a goal in the Champions League final? Yeah.
No, they lost 2-0, didn't they?
Oh, did they, like, what, in the last few minutes? Oh, that was pretty much a 1-0 game. My mistake.
Yeah, no, it was...
it was pretty much a 1-0 game.
Yeah, but he is good enough, though, to be in a winning side and win a trophy, no matter what trophy it is. He's good enough to be in a side that wins something. For that reason, I think you're right, Joey. I think he has to leave, because you can't have a career like he's had and not win anything. I mean, I don't know his exact numbers, but sure, I think he's like almost level with Alan Shearer, isn't he? Or coming close to Alan Shearer's record.
I don't know.
Which is like it's outstanding.
I think I've heard
like,
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the top Premier League goals or something. Like he's coming up to Alan Shearer's record. So yeah, his numbers don't lie, and he deserves to win something, in my opinion.
I think he gets away with a lot, though. That's the thing.
All right.
A lot of things goes away. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. He is a decent striker, I guess.
Decent striker. Imagine if he played for Arsenal, because he did support Arsenal as a boy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I think he was in the academy, and then we just like, not good enough. You belong down. Just go down the road. Yeah, that's where you belong.
He could have, but honestly, if he played for you guys though, honestly, I think Arsenal could have won a lot more by now.
Oh yeah.
With Harry Kane in the side. Do you not think?
Yeah. Totally.
Well, let's just see how many trophies has Kane won. I wonder what he can bring to the football club. How many trophies can someone with 0 trophies bring to the football club? That's a hard one. No, I have to think about that.
Alright, yeah, you think about that then, yeah. Just with his numbers alone, like, I feel like if he played for an Arsenal or a Manchester United or a Chelsea, they would have won so much more by now.
Do you remember that time where he was, who was it?
He scored 150 goals.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Ericsson scored like a cross, and then Harry Kane claimed it was his? See, that's the thing, like, stats don't lie. I mean, I don't know about that. I think some of them might lie.
Right, okay. That was one goal.
Hey, man, there might be more like that. We just can't remember.
Yeah. But yeah, he needs to win something in his career, I think. So yeah, I think you're right. He could be on the move this season.
I think they win the Audi Cups, don't they?
Yeah, they've won. Yeah, they've won the Audi Cup.
The Audi Cup, yeah, but that's a pre-friendly though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pre-season friendly, sorry.
Pretty much Tottenham standard and Harry Kane's. Alright.